Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Friday, May 1st, and this is Language Arts class. I'm Teacher Mark, and off we go. If you've looked at the daily lesson plan, which if you're watching this means you probably have, then you saw we only have to read today. It's important to think about vocabulary words, certainly, and if you see words that you don't know, you can always look them up. I would encourage that. I do that still. I looked one up yesterday in a book I was reading. But today you don't have to turn anything in. It's just mostly about reading and kind of enjoying the story. Today the story takes place over a short period of time when they're going to school, but it's a pretty important thing because Halloween is today in the story, and it's a pretty big holiday for Augie, as you might imagine. I know you guys get excited about Halloween for sure, but in addition to the candy and the fun and dressing up and everything, I think for Augie, he's sensitive to how people perceive him. And what do you do on Halloween? Dress up, wear a mask, and it's okay. So I think it's the one day for him where he feels like, he can be comfortable without having that nagging little thought or those butterflies in his stomach. He doesn't have to worry about people looking at him strange because everybody's wearing a mask today. So we get to sort of see the build up to that. And we also, his sister Via is in the story a little bit. She's mentioned, and she actually plays a bigger part in the story, as we'll see next week. But today you just kind of get to see how Augie goes through the thought process of how he's going to choose a costume and why he's choosing it. Some of the other students and their ideas as well. So you get to see how it all works out. Like I said, the story doesn't take place over a lot of time, but it is kind of important because as you guys I'm sure you guys have felt this before, but you see in the story, Augie's trying to get ready and he's headed out the door, and his costume is a little different than what his parents had suggested or what they talked about, and his dad says, "I thought you were going to be this thing," and he didn't even say the right thing. I think Augie feels like his parents weren't really listening to him. So I wonder if you guys get that sense too sometimes. Like, you talk and say things, but do the adults really listen? Because, people miss little details and things, and you get to see that today with Augie. He's really excited about this thing. It's Halloween. He's excited. And he's like, "Hey, here's my thing." And they're like, "Oh, I thought you were going to be this other thing." He's like, "You weren't paying attention?" It kind of takes the air out of his balloon, as it were. He's like, "Yeah, okay." So, we get to just sort of see how that plays out, I guess, with Augie. I guess it's the beginning of the school day, and I think this whole chapter sort of sets us up for what happens next week as well. But it is pretty interesting, if not for no other reason than you get to talk about Halloween, which you guys were awesome at, which is part of the reason I think this will be good, because you get to see his thought process, why he's choosing this, what he was choosing last year, and that sort of thing. So you guys we've had these conversations, so I think it'll be pretty good. That's all we really have to do today, though, guys. Just read, enjoy the story, think about those costumes. Do you think Augie's had some good costumes? I'm looking at them now. Some of them sound pretty good. Some of them, I wouldn't have worn it, but it'll be interesting to read nonetheless. Enjoy, guys, and I'll see you here in the next video, probably a little bit later. Bye-bye.